In today's video, I'm going to share some of my thoughts about buying versus renting a home. Especially, we are going to dive deeper whether being a young individual is worth to take a heavy mortgage onto your shoulders, or is it actually smarter to live a renting life. So, I would like to start with a question. Is owning your own home is one of the biggest dreams you have? If you answered yes, and you live in the United States, you are between 64.8% of people who would answer the same. This is not surprising to me, since every individual wants a place where they feel safe, where they would like to raise a beautiful children, and of course, a place that they can relate with good and warm feelings. Big part of that percentage of people would probably argue that renting is like throwing your money away, but is it really the case? In this video, I will cover few ideas of why buying or renting is a smarter and more financially logical thing to do. So first, I would like to start from a financial perspective. Is your own home asset or liability? To start it off, I would like to clarify that. When it comes to investment decision, every competent investor firstly looks at cash flow, which in other words is money going in versus money going out. So to define asset, you should always ask yourself, does a certain investment put money into your pocket or take it away? In this case, in all those years while owning a home, it puts no money into your pocket, but obviously you have to take care of the mortgage with the interest rates. There will also be land taxes, maintenance, insurance cost, etc. Basically, after considering all those points, our own home really starts to look more like a liability, doesn't it? However, some of you might think about other side, which I did not mention yet. You might ask, but Strike, the property you pay mortgage one day will be yours, and most likely it will appreciate in value over a period of time. For example, if you bought your 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment 20 years ago for $250,000 and now, in 2021, it is worth a $750,000, you would say, wow, I just made a bang. And in theory, you are right. If you sold your property, you would make $500,000. However, here is one catch, and I believe it is exactly why smart investors do not treat your own house as an investment. The thing is, you will always need a place to sleep. What I mean by this? If you sold it, you got no home, and if you would like to get a similar apartment, you would have to pay the same $750,000. So in reality, you didn't make anything and left with the same amount of money in your pocket. In this case, zero. You just basically switched to homes. After taking this into consideration, you would have to agree on this. Your own house is definitely a liability. So, does it mean it makes more sense to rent? Oh well, this alternative does not seem good too. It is far worse actually. Renting seems like it is a money waste and you might as well throw it away. According to the research from the Reserve Bank made a few years ago, the annual cost of owning a home is 2.7% of its value, while renting the same home costs 3.9%. The study calculated the annual cost of a bought home, including purchase price, fees, mortgage rate, running and depreciation costs offset by capital gains, against the money associated with renting. Besides that, sometimes landlord might not be that responsive about the problems you face, for example leaky toilet problem. So basically, you are at someone else's mercy all the time. One more strong argument against renting your home is that you might work longer in this case. For example, pensioners who don't own their home can spend up to 60% of their income on rent. When living on a limited pension, this can push people into poverty. Buying a property gives you long-term capital growth on tax-free asset, and it means money in your pocket when you need it later in life. So, in conclusion, here is definitely no correct answer, but we might be able to highlight some strong points about both options. I think we can all agree that we don't want to get stuck being old and renting a home. So basically, we all are going to own a home at some point. But the real question is, if you get there faster by just buying a home as soon as you can, or investing your money and building your wealth through your business and reaching your financial goals faster and buying a home afterward. Here is no straightforward answer, since both ways, as I mentioned before, have a lot of variables. If you are more of a safe person, your dream was always to own a home and have a sweet family, by all means go ahead and find your dream home. On the other hand, if you are more of an entrepreneur, enjoy freedom and being independent is your priority, if you think you can make more money while investing and creating businesses, it would be more logical to rent it. So guys, that's it for today's video. If you found this video informative and interesting, press that like button. It does not cost anything for you, but helps a lot for me. I would also appreciate if you subscribe this channel. This way I can make more useful content for you guys. Also, I would really like to see a discussion down here in the comment section. What is your opinion?